G'day, I'm Steve Hay and this is a new workshop, woodworking masterclass. This really is just a test one. I'm happy to have a yarn, and if you want to know anything about woodwork and I can answer it for you, I'm more than happy to do so. Just got to turn the lights on. If I can find where they are. And they're not plugged in. Oh, yes, they are. There you go. It's been a while. Well, it hasn't actually. It's been 8 days. But I've keep looking up there because at the moment that's where my screens are and all the controls are there. I am trying to work out a better way that I can interact with the chat and everything. We've got a lot more room in the shed. Was a bit ruthless, threw a whole heap of stuff out. But let's just see what is going to happen. Oh, at least I'm on. All right, now what I want to do is, I've got a tablet here. I want to know if I can actually go on to my tablet. Videos should tell me if I'm live or not. Live, that's good.
It's tax time at the other hardware store. With this card, K3.
Now I'm trying to work out how I can get chat. Live. Oh, look at that. All right. Well, that's starting to work. Anyway, what I'm doing, this bench here, at the moment my control panel is over here, so I keep on having to go out of shot. But I've just got this old girl out that I have had in storage for about 3 or 4 years, and it's hasn't been through major floods, but definitely has got wet when I've had water going through the workshop. So what I'm trying to do is bring it up to speed. It's a H&T Gordon vise. That's another reason I want it down here, because I love that vise of Terry's. It's small enough that I can just move down and get it out of the way, whereas the other setup I had this workbench. I shall show you. This workbench. See if I can do it without messing everything up. Here you go. This workbench here was the one that I was using, but now I've moved my monitors and everything up onto the wall. The control panel's up there too, the computer. Hopefully it won't get as dusty. And then that's also freed me up to, where are we? Be able to use this workbench once I get all these bee boxes out of the way. And yes, look, the music stand. I actually looked at that and thought we should finish that pretty soon as well. What else have I done? I think everything over near the saw area and that is much the same. But it's just given me so much more leg room that I can walk around in, which is something I'm pretty happy about. So let me just see how we're going here. There you go. And I'll bring you back to this workbench that we'll be working on and cleaning up. And nothing special about this workbench at all. It literally was all made out of scrap bits of timber that wasn't good for anything else. And what was that I just dropped? Something just, well, that was all right. Yeah, it wasn't good for anything else. They were just mismatched bits of timber. It's got a bit of maple silkwood on the top. I think Queensland maple on this rail. Some myrtle veneer, tulip oak on this bench, next bench down, and the bottom one's tulip oak as well, and just held together with bolts. So Nothing flash, nothing fancy. The fanciest thing about this bench is the coffee I'm about to drink. So that's it. I thought I'd have a bit of a clean up and see what we can do. I'm trying to get chat running here, but it's not going to do it for me. So I'll come over here and I can talk. Oh dear. Hang on. Because I've changed everything around, the mouse and everything work differently. G'day Cam, how are you, mate? Are you where I'm not even on camera, am I? There you go. Are you going to Randall's tonight for a feed? Roll and spit. G'day Jared. No, not a new workbench. It's one I had. I had another YouTube channel running concurrently with this one, and it was called Room for Woodwork. And this workbench literally was in a bedroom, and I used to do woodwork in the bedroom. And it was designed for people that were interested in doing, but didn't have the space, didn't have a workshop, didn't have a shed. And it's been sitting up in the wood turning shed for quite a while, covered in gunk. And as I said, it had been wet from the rains that we've had. So I thought I'll resurface it. I've given it a good scrape, which you didn't see, but I scraped it down with a cabinet scraper. And now I'm just hitting it with a bit of 100 sandpaper, and we'll see if we can get it up and running. G'day, Ray! Hang on, let me just get this up here and out of the way, as you can't see. You like that? I found this one. I thought every workshop that. If you can do it, better go away. Show me later. How many experts have you had that come in and tell you, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that? Hang on, Ray, 3 years, 3 years, 5, I'll have to get a new one. We do need a new one. Ray, I'll work on that. I've forgotten how I did the old one. Anyway, we'll give it a shot. But I do appreciate your support, mate. It's been really, really good. And we've been doing it for a while now, which is nice. So thank you for sticking with me. I'm just going to sand this back a bit more, then we'll put some oil on it. And I'll still see. Yeah, it's funny. I don't like looking up there like that. Whereas when it was there, I could look. But the idea was I was actually going to work on the original bench over here and have overhead cameras. So I don't know. We've got to work on that. Don't know what we'll do. Anyway, let me have a bit of a, we'll have a bit of a clean up on this. So we'll go to that one there and that one there. That's pretty good at 100. What I'll just go and get a 180, I think, and that will just about do us. Where's a 180? $180 here. The machinery part of the shed, forget it. You can't get in there. I actually have to use the back door to get in at the moment because I've got so much timber in there. All right. With a bit of a clean out. See if I can find some oil. Danish oil, that looks nice. The only downside of this compressor is it takes ages to turn off. But then we'll put some more colour on it. Nearly there. Nathaniel, g'day mate. Mate, I'll wait for that to finish. It's annoying, I know. Come on, hurry up. There you go, finished. Yeah, I can relate to that, Cam. It said every meal is wife's choice because she cooks it and I eat it. All right, so let me see, what have we got here? I might just bring this one around and we can see what sort of a coat we can put on it. Oh, we'll go to 2. Yeah, I think if I'm working on that bench as I originally wanted to do, that camera setup's fine. Doing it this way is going to be a little bit more different, I think. But anyway, so this is what I'm using. Organ oil, old-fashioned Danish oil, and I've got some 4/0 steel wool. Just going to dribble some on there and a bit up here and a bit here. Whoop, a bit too much, but should be right. That should bring the colour up an absolute treat. Oh. So 4/0 steel, just nice circular motion, and you can see just how nice that is coming up. It'll take a fair few coats, but it just looks, compared to what it looked like 2 hours ago, it's looking absolutely, it smells nice too. I like the smell of it. Try not, if you've got dog holes, like these things here, try not to get the oil in it, because if you've got a set tolerance, like these are 3/4 of an inch, if you get oil in there, sometimes it can gum it up a little bit and you won't quite get your dogs in and out with ease. And then you just leave it soak in for a bit, then wipe it off with a cloth, let it dry, and repeat. And it's up to you how you want. I just want basically for the timber to look nice, because it's going to get glue and gunk and everything else on it. And I will fill these holes up. This is where I had just a normal vise, And then when I got this H&T Gordon one, the setup's a bit different. So I've still got these holes. Actually, what I'll do, I'll turn some nice, what's that stuff? It's like Boyac or something. I'll turn some plates, or I might even have a hole cutter that I can do that and put them in. And that will look nice. You can see where the, oh, I don't know if you can see it, I can see where the timber's thirsty and it's sinking right in. This coachwood on the jewels of the vise is a bit dry. And I've got she oak up the other end here. That's the H&T Gordon tail vise there. But all in all, I thought we were going to have a heck of a problem getting, going to have chicken walking in here in a moment, getting it out of the shed, but no, it went okay. Next job's going to be a bit different though, because I'm going to take the big lathe that I've got in the machinery part of the shed and take it up to the wood turning shed. So both of the lathes are up there. Actually, I think there's 3 lathes up there now. But if you have a look at what it looked like before and what it looks like now, and yes, I did. I fixed the light bulb that was up there. What was that? The strip. Oh, look at that, look at that. Her Highness has just walked in. 2 of them. They love it. There's room in the shed. Get away. No, you can't eat it. So that's looking pretty good, I reckon, from my point of view. Let me just, come on the other way, go. I'm fairly happy with that. What are you doing, Luce? So I'll just leave that to sit on there for a while. Lost a chicken the other day. I think the dog next door got it. But he didn't come into our yard. I think the chicken straight into his yard. So death by misadventure. She's one of my favourites too, Peanut. But anyway, that's the way life goes. I've got so many jobs I want to do. Yes, and the music stands a part of it, that I thought I've got to get organised. And some of you might have seen the shed in the last couple of streams, and it was really such a mess. So I decided that was it. I was going to take time out, tidy it up, get ruthless. And I was talking to a friend of mine with me coffee the other day who lost everything in the floods. And, you know, when you say you lose everything, you sort of, oh yeah, but I still have, but no, everything. So to me it was great. Well, not great for their point of view, but I thought, well, I've got all this stuff around here, and I don't know if other people like me hang on it. Oh, there's a bit of wood. Oh, I'll show you an example. Maybe this is a bad example, but okay. Two bits of ebony here. Oh, I'll use that for something that'll, you know, I don't want to throw that away. Ebony might be a bad choice because it's so expensive, but yeah, just little bits of timber that I've had, and I've had for years, and I just haven't used it. And I thought, if I lost everything, would I be worried about that? No. I've got enough timber that I can do the things I want to do, and I'm hanging on to the stuff. And Sue and I might do this bit in here. Sue and I were talking the other day about, no, I don't want to get evils with generations and all that, but it appears, and I'm talking about skids here too. They've got this sort of, didn't use it yesterday, so I might as well throw it away tomorrow. And if I need a new one, sorry, didn't use it yesterday, I'll throw it away today, and if I need one tomorrow, I'll just go and buy a new one. Whereas, and I'm really not doing the poor me or the old fogey thing, but I know what it's like not to have timber. I know what it's like not to have spare screws. I know what it's like not to have the tools. And so you just hang on to it. And I think it's just, yeah, maybe it's a generation. The way we were, if you bought something, you just kept it because you never know you need it. And I know not all, I don't know about all of you, but a lot of you have had that experience. You've got something, you've had it for, I don't know, 20 years. And it's sat in the bottom of your tool chest or in a trunk or something or other. And you look at it and you go, I haven't used that for 20 years. Oh, I'll chuck it away. Within a week, you go, I wish I hadn't. I've got a use for it now. I think that's a bit of the ethos or philosophy behind it as well. But, yeah, it was just an eye-opener that if you lose everything, just get rid of stuff. I mean, if you make room, then you can have new stuff coming in. I really want to get on and do the harp. So here I've got harp. I'll show you a lyre I've been working on. And I'll have a chat when I come over here too. What I want to do is I'm going to have a chat camera set up over there so I can actually sit there, or when I'm reading the chat, I'm actually looking into the camera. So that's something I'm working with Theo to try and turn that around, see what we can do. Thanks, Steve. Yes, watch better. There you go. G'day, how are you, Shannon? Yeah, we are doing well. It almost looks like it is. G'day, Trev. What did I walk over there? That's the other thing, isn't it? You forget what you were doing. What was I going to do? I went over there. I was going to read the chat. I'll get a rag that'll do. There you go. And I'll just give this a bit of a rub. That's what I was going to do. I was going to show you this lyre. Lyre, not Lair. Okay, so this is, I've made the tailpiece, and I've just got to put in tuners. It's got a tailpiece, it's got a bridge, and it's hollow, so it should get a good resonance. It's not a copy, but it's inspired by the Suffolk Hoe lyre, which was something that was found in the 1930s. And the dimensions they gave me, I had some oak that was this dimension, so I thought I'll make it this size. I've got another one over there I'm working on, which is a bit bigger. So on this bench over here, I've got the harps, this lyre. I started working on this lyre because I hit a wall with the harps. I was waiting for some parts, which I can't get. And then in the middle of the two piles is the bed. So once I get the shed all nice and sorted, then I can hop in. Oh, I tell you what, that's very nice. That's only one coat. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's only one coat, and it's come up a treat. Stuff I use there. Oh, there you go. Was that. So I just put it on with steel wool. It's pretty dry. I'll give it, over the next few days, I'll give it some more coats, and it'll give it a bit more of a luster. Where are we? And a lot of the projects, I think, when I get back into doing projects, I'm back on TV in Melbourne, and I think I'm going to be on in Adelaide too. I'm not sure if they've passed that along, but we're back in on Melbourne on 31, and I've just got an inkling I'd like to do more. I want to still do streams, but I actually want to do projects as well, which I know I haven't done for a long time because I've been sort of busy doing other stuff. You're right in there. Did you mind? Hang on. I just got to go and get a chicken out. Come here. Come on. No, you. Out. Oh, God. She's right up behind some shelves. Normally, well, they do come in sometimes, but here she comes. I've got this door open into the backyard, so they're inquisitive. If they see something, they've just got to have a look. It's going to be a crash in a minute when she comes down. Whoop, there she goes. So, I've learnt some things. Let me go over and have a chat. Oh. She's going to go and sharpen a beak now, aren't you? You're a star, Lucy, and you don't know it. Okie dokie. What am I doing? Chat. Here we go. Ray, g'day, Trev. Matthew, g'day, mate. I am well. I'm well. Sorry I can't talk to you in person. But, oh, hang on, can I? No, it's too hard at the moment. Ray, I thought I'd been throwing that old crap at the stuff that you did. No socks, blanket around me. Good on you, Trev. Funny you should say that, Cam. This one behind me, it's American oak. I made that, crikey, 96, 2006, 2016, 25 years ago. I had a reasonable sized factory. We were pumping out well, it wasn't mass production, but it wasn't custom made either. And I just put it together. And Susie came in, said, "Oh, wow, is that my new kitchen bench top?" I said, "Get real, that's my workbench." I think I ended up doing her bench tops out of blue gum. A blue gum, I think, from memory. But anyway, where's my dogs? Let's see if my dogs fit in. Whoop. But I can remember getting rid of CDs. Oh, that's the way to go. CDs, yeah, they're good CDs. I'm sticking with CDs. Now, record collection would be worth thousands. I'll just see. Yeah, these are going to go. There you go. Everything fits. Now, my goal is not to make this a catch-all, which you all know what a catch-all is. Whatever. In fact, I've got one over there. I'll show you a catch-all. It's a workbench, but where are we? Yeah, it's a workbench. But look at the rubbish on it, will you? That's actually my vacuum table. There is a vacuum. I think that's the bottom side of the vacuum pump sticking up there. So I don't really want this to turn into a catch-all. And that's one of the things I learned that from Jeff, actually, Jeff Hanna, when I was with him many years ago. He had narrow workbenches, and I had come from a sheet of particle boards, so 1200 by 2.4, and that was my workbench. It was beautiful, and I didn't have that much in those days, but everything was level to that. My saw table would come on that, the router table would come onto that, the jointer would come onto that, and I could work on it. And of course, you'd work and then you push that to one side, and then you push the next to one side, push the next bit to one side. And all of a sudden you wouldn't have any space on your table. Well, what I've found, when you've got a very small work area, you actually tend to keep it cleaner. So hopefully, I'm going to give that another coat because that's quite nice. Hopefully it will stay clean. I just want to get a slightly coarser steel wool if I can, which I don't think, I know I've got some, but where at this particular point in time it is, I do not know. So, no, perhaps I won't. I'll find that later on and give it another go. And if you need more bench space, all you do is you put a board on top of this. But in all honesty, apart from the width, if you was doing, there we go, say. All right. Got some jobs I've found I've got to finish. The William Davis Triple C cabinet, cognac, cigars and cedar. Look, that even fits not too badly on that. I could work on that. Where with all the dust and everything. Crikey, I don't know how old this job is. But yeah, you can work on that quite nicely. I could fit hinges on that. If I needed to, I could put, it's got a bit of a twist in it too, I could put outriggers on to hold it, but that's a reasonably sized panel, and I can work on that on this small bench, even if it means I've got to pull it around this way, or I can use the tail vise and hold it like this. We might do that, just to see, to show how easy you can get away with a small bench. Sit, stay up. There you go. Now that's firm enough there that I can plane if I want, I can sand, I can chisel, and it's not going anywhere. Yet we've got a very small area. So really, as the adage goes, size doesn't matter. It's thinking about, and that's the other thing, if you've got a small work area, you actually have to start thinking, oh, what's going to work, or how can I do this? And that's not a bad thing, having to think. Where are we up to? Hang on, I'm walking that way over here to the chat again. I suppose I could move that. No, well, no. I don't know. Ah, where are we?
A COVID-19 booster is a boost
Oh,
to...
dear. Hang on, wait a minute. I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't want an ad. I don't know what happened there. Where am I? I'm still getting used to this, believe me. Here we go. All right, I should be live. And I don't want to have that, so that's good. Oh, actually, that's not bad. I can see the chat quite nicely from there. Oh, where are we up to? Derek, g'day! There you go. What, your CNC, you mean your CNC is nice and clean, Derek? Or you mean it's like that bench was over there? I can tell you, my CNC's like that bench over there. Theo, are you watching? No. No, it's good. It's all good. Well, that's it, I think. It was mainly just to set up and see, yeah, if this is going to work. And it's going to work just nicely, I think. I can plane there, I can come around here, I can plane. Got dogs, got tail vice. Just got to work out the rest of the cameras. As I said, I'll have a camera set up that when I read chat, I can be looking in the camera. And I'm thinking of getting an overhead too. So depending what job I'm doing, I might be streaming from this bench, I might be streaming from that bench, or I could be streaming from that bench. At the moment, that's the next priority. Get all these bee boxes done, out. They've got to go for a reforestation program. But one of my beehives is not very well at all, and I moved it from where it was because there was no activity, and I've got a really active beehive. So I put it underneath, and it's amazing. Hundreds of bees are going into this beehive that isn't doing real well. So I'm hoping it'll motivate them and they can get back on track. There you go. Oh, you're back, you start your computer. Oh, look at that, see? If I go, I wonder if I can make that bigger. If I can make that bigger, huh? It's going to make it bigger. Oh, how do you make it bigger, huh? With, I can get up to 120% or something or other. Well, let me just try something here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You can't see what I'm doing, but I can. What I'm trying to do is enlarge the chat. Oh, I've outsmarted myself now. It's not going to do it. I'll go back to the computer screen. All right, where are we up to? See you, Jared. Well, hey, how are you going to go with the state of origin over there if it's raining and it's cold, Ray? What did we get up to? Trevor just got back. That's the go, Ray. You got to. Well, just put a microwave in your workshop, mate. It'll work. Would I prefer a thicker sheet of pine? Catch you later. Can't be choosy. No, look. I mean, this is the sad thing. With the way things are going now with timber, it's getting harder and harder to get, and whatever Mr. Bunnings wants to give you, I'm much afraid you're going to have to. I'm just trying to see how that looks. No, that's and that one, and that. There you go. See how easy that is to move around, isn't it? Good. That looks square to you, doesn't it? It's not square where I'm standing, but anyway, it doesn't matter. All good. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I found this. I haven't found the, you all know what that is. I haven't found the other piece that is the shelf yet. So let me just put that there, that there, that there. That there. Yeah, I haven't found there's a shelf that goes in here that holds your music, and this I want to fill up with resin, and then that I've got to make a turnbuckle where are we? To go on here, so that can then swivel backwards and forwards. And then we might be ready to say, music stand's finished. And then I've got to work on the bonbon table. Still, stranger things have happened. I think that the other one of these, the one for Theo's one, is up in the other workshop, I'm thinking. So we will see. But yeah, it's amazing. A coffee cabinet I started making, ages ago. I've uncovered that with all the carvings of gum leaves that I've got to finish. So that can be a nice video. Get that one out of the way. Get that cedar, the Billy Davis or William Davis cabinet, get that out of the way. Then I think, then I'm back to these 3 jobs I've got here on the bench. And it will all be good. Now I've got to find out where I am because I've lost myself. Oh, I'm not. I keep getting confused. I've got the laptop underneath the screen, and it's a double screen, but I can't remember which way. Here we go. Here it goes. So that should go. There it is. And I don't think I'm on a real clean surface. That's better.
When you add optional accident...
Oh, go away. There we go. Okay. I waited 2 months for at least 1 and 3 local Bunnings to have something that would fit my needs. The last one has what I needed. I immediately purchased. It's getting that way. It's getting that way now, isn't it? You see something, you got to buy it. There's no point in waiting around. Was that Max slipped in? G'day, Max. How are you, mate? G'day, Lawrence. But everyone's coming in now. Oh dear. Yeah, school's out. I've got one next door to me. I can hear the bell going. What did I buy the other day? Because I've got helix cutters in my thicknesser and jointer, I've just bought a new set. I don't need them, and I won't need them for several years, I hope, but I just bought a new set because how much are they going to be in 4 or 5 years' time? Even now, I think the replacement cutter's around $10 each. And my experience, when you take them off and you change them, from other machines that I've worked on, you loosen, then you turn it, then you tension them back down, even using a torque wrench, to I think it's about 50 ounce inches. So it's not a lot of torque, but they just break cutters. So even just tuning your present one up, you can break one, and if you've got to replace them at $10 each, it gets a bit costly. But what else? No, look, I think that's it. I haven't finished the knife block. This still has to be done. I tell you what, if I can find them. I don't know if you've used these, or if you've got them. These were absolutely excellent when they work. They're anti-kickback rollers for the router table, and I believe you get them for a saw table now. But the rubbers, you get replacement rubbers, and they're goldy. Actually, I'll show you one if I can. They're a goldy colour, and they're non-slip. But if you don't, there you go. If you don't use it all the time, look what happens to the rubbers. This is the way they go. Just gunk. just like that. And that's the roller. When I bought this, I bought a spare set of rings to go on them, and when I went to use them, that's how they were. Absolute rubbish. Great idea. It's Jessen. Great concept, but the rollers are absolute rubbish. They just perish. I don't know if it's Australian conditions or what, but what I did notice the other day, and I must admit I haven't tried it yet, but I can't see why it wouldn't work. I just got some O-rings out of an O-ring grab kit and put them on there. So I'm guessing they're gonna, so it rolls okay that way and doesn't roll that way. So I'm guessing they're gonna work. Most likely won't be as good as the original ones, but if you don't use your router too often and then you go and use it and that's gone to whatever it's gone to, it's a bit disappointing. But I do like the concept of them. But yeah, O-rings, give them a go. I think I bought a grab kit online, something like 445 O-rings for $17 or something or other. And when you need an O-ring, you're happy to pay $10 because if you've got to go to Bunnings or the hardware shop or a nut and bolt place, it's going to cost you $8 or $9 in petrol, even if the O-ring's 50 cents. So we don't live, well, I don't live out in the sticks, but we're sort of semi-rural, so we don't have that type of shopping centre around us, and consequently I just stock up on all that sort of stuff, and then if you need something, you've got it down the shed. Ah, well, that's about it. Well, that's it. So, can you hear that? You go and have a look. She's a good girl, isn't she? Look at that. They always let you know when they've laid one. And it's still warm too. She's a good girl. Oh. The goose doesn't make a noise, she just lays an egg and doesn't tell anyone. Anyway, that's it. So it was just a setup. I'm going to have a few more of these until I get everything right. So thanks for everyone. Ray, thanks for hanging in there for over 3 years. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope it might have helped some people if they're thinking of a workbench and they think they need a really big one. You don't. A little workbench will get you out of trouble. And this one here also has got a valley in there. As I said, it was made out of just rough bits of timber I had lying around. So I've got, let me get some stuff. No, there you go. So it's got a valley here, so if you're not using something, you can put it in there and you've still got a work area. And that won't get too cluttered. Hopefully, he says. So with that, just put all this away. With that said and done, I will continue to organise the shed. And it's time, not only can I pull the shed door down, I can shut the shed doors because they're open at the moment. Sunlight's coming through. This is Steve pulling the shed. Hello. Yes, I know, I just got your egg. They're inquisitive things, aren't they? Where is she? Where's she gone? That's it, come in and have a look around. Anyway, I'll hunt her out. Time for me to clean their cages, I suppose. But this is Steve from the Shed Door Down saying, hey, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for making me feel welcome and also taking part in the chat. If you like what you see and you'd like to know about future videos, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell and you get notifications. But in the meantime, remember to keep it sharp. More importantly, keep it safe. Look after yourself, be kind to each other, and I look forward to having your company in the workshop at one of the workbenches very, very soon. Till then, be kind, be creative, keep busy. God bless. Catch you later. Bye for now.